My wife and I had been planning a camping trip for years. Every time we tried, something came up. Work deadlines, family plans, life pulling us in every direction except the one we wanted. But this time, we finally did it. We took a few days off from work, made a checklist, and searched online for everything we'd need for a proper camping trip. Sleeping bags, lantern, food supplies, fire tools, all packed neatly into the back of our car. It felt exciting, simple, normal. Before heading into the woods, we stopped by a small roadside diner. My wife and I both love pancakes. It's our tradition whenever we travel. We laughed, we ate, and for the first time in a long while, everything felt calm. We had no idea what was waiting for us. The further north we drove, the quieter everything became. No traffic, no houses, no lights, just endless pine trees lining the road. By the time our phones lost signal, it was only us, the road, and the forest. We eventually reached a small clearing, empty, silent, untouched. A worn-out wooden sign stood near the path, and the only word still visible was Ridge. We parked our car, tried to ignore the uneasy feeling, and set up our tent. But even then, it felt like the forest was aware of us, like it was watching us, like it was listening. As night fell, the quiet became unnatural. No crickets, no wind, not even the sound of the fire crackling. It burned silently. That's when the footsteps began. Slow, heavy, deliberate. They circled just outside the firelight, moving in a perfect ring around us. I called out, but nothing answered. Then, from right behind me, a voice said, "Hello," my voice, but I hadn't spoken. We rushed inside the tent and zipped it shut, even though we knew fabric wouldn't protect us. The footsteps continued for what felt like hours, circling, pacing, stopping, then starting again. Eventually, exhaustion pulled us into an uneasy sleep. I woke just before dawn. My wife was gone. The tent zipper was half open, her shoes missing. The clearing was silent. My heart dropped until she finally emerged from the trees, pale and distant, like she wasn't fully there. She said she had followed my voice into the woods, except I had never called her. The thing she followed sounded exactly like me. It laughed, it whispered her name, and it asked her to come closer. We began packing immediately, and that's when I saw them. Footprints, not shoes, not boots. Bare feet, huge, pressed deep into the soil, circling our tent again and again, like something had studied us all night. We drove straight, fast, desperate to leave. But minutes later, another clearing appeared. The same clearing, the same fire pit, the same broken sign, Ridge. We had not turned back. The compass spun, the GPS froze, the forest fell silent again. And from the trees, I heard my wife's voice calling my name. But she was sitting beside me, gripping my hand. I did not look. I did not answer. I turned the car around and drove until the trees disappeared behind us. We never spoke about that night again. We never went camping again. But sometimes, whenever I am alone and the world goes quiet, I hear the same footsteps, slow, measured, just beyond the light. And sometimes, I hear my wife's voice calling my name from somewhere very far away. I have to live with this incident my whole life now.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Dr. Spooky. Remain watchful and stay tuned for the next story, where Dr. Spooky unfolds a new haunting from the depths of the unknown.